Mary, Mary.
Today I had a game that ended in what I believe to be a very rare and unusual checkmate. I don't believe I've ever been checkmated in this way, and I also don't believe I've ever checkmated any human or any bot in this way before. I'm a lower rated player, so maybe this checkmate's not as unusual as I think it is. If you're a higher rated player, you can let me know. But it all started when I noticed these 5 new bots here for Women's History Month. I guess they're temporary bots and they're going to be around for the month. So I decided to try to beat them all. Normally I would start with the lowest rated bot and move up to the highest, but I don't know why. For some reason today I decided to start with the highest rated bot, and I decided to play black pieces every game. So this first game against the 1500 rated bot, I won in a pretty boring way, so I don't want to show that. And I'm saying 1500 bot. I'm not saying the name because I don't know how to say that name. I'll screw that up. But so then moving down to the next bot, this is where it got interesting, or at least I think it did. Like I said, if this is not as unusual or rare or interesting as I think it is, please let me know. So I play the Mary Jackson bot, 1200 rated, and I choose the black pieces. And this game goes 81 moves, and really I think the only interesting part is the ending. So I'm going to try to go through this game pretty fast, not to make it too boring. And right here, I thought that was unusual, the knight going over to the H file. Now I'm going to, as soon as I see that, I'm thinking I got to try to mess up the pawn structure in front of the king. It looks like it hasn't castled yet, but it looks like it's going to be a kingside castle because no pieces on the queen side have moved out. So at this point, I'm thinking things are looking pretty good for me. And moving the pawn up to e5 clears the way for the bishop on c8 to take that knight and mess up the pawn structure in front of the king. And there we go. So at this point, I think the game's looking pretty good. Still a long way from move 81. And there goes the Mary Jackson bot putting another knight on the side there. I guess that's maybe this bot's thing, to put knights on the A and H files. I don't know. We're still only on move 24, so we got a long way to get to move 81. And so it looks like I'm going to win this game now, to me, because the king and the queen are lined up, and I put the rook behind them. So there goes the queen. But finishing off this game, this is only move 30. Finishing off this game was a lot harder than I thought it'd be at this point. And there goes all those pawns in front of the king. There's only one left. But I'm still just having a hard time making any progress. We're still only on move 42. This game goes to move 81. I'm just having a hard time. I guess that's why I'm 900 rated. And I have a queen, and Mary Jackson bot doesn't have a queen. I actually end up losing this queen. Pretty tricky move there by Mary Jackson bot. But I'm still up 2 pawns. And at this point, I'm trying to queen one of these pawns. Like I said, this ends in a very unusual checkmate. And at this point, we're getting near the end. I was not thinking about a crazy checkmate or an unusual checkmate. I'm just trying to find the best moves. I'm just trying to win. I'm not good enough to try to come up with fancy endings or cool checkmates. I'm just looking for the best move every time. And I actually didn't realize what an unusual checkmate this was until the game was over. In the game, I was simply looking for the best move and trying to checkmate. And then after it was over, I realized that I had checkmated with 1 knight and 3 pawns. I've never checkmated another player with no bishops, no rooks, and no queens before. None of my pawns here ever queen. And here we go. Checkmate. And it took a few seconds till this game was over till I realized, like, wow, I just checkmated Mary Jackson bot with no bishops, no rooks, and no queens. Is that as unusual as I think it is, or maybe that's more normal with higher level players? I don't know. So before I end this video, we always look at the analysis. Oops, where is that? Here we go. Sorry about that. And no blunders in 81 moves. That's very surprising to me. This is an unusually long game for me. I guess it's 81 moves is a long game for most people. I mean, a lot of my 20, 30, 40 move games, I have 3, 4, 5, 6 blunders in. So to go 81 moves and that was 0 blunders was surprising to me. However, this is a good rating, 74.4. However, no blunders, it's not super high. But like I said in the beginning, I don't think I've ever checkmated a human or a bot like that before, and I don't believe I've ever been checkmated by a knight and pawns before. If you have, let me know. Thanks. See ya.
Mary, Mary.